Happy Friday, K-Fam. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Hope everyone had a good week. We made it, y'all. We made it to the weekend. If you're watching this right now, my feet's kicked up in the nice pine trees around a lake with a fishing pole in my hand and a nice ice cold bubbly. Y'all know I don't drink over here, but anyways, y'all, hope you guys have a good weekend. But we're back with another reaction. Thank you guys for all the love you guys been showing. Again, I can't say it enough. Hopefully at the time of recording this, I'm 5 subscribers away from 3,000. Hopefully when you guys are watching this, we're at that 3,000 mark. If I'm not, be sure to hit that subscribe button, y'all. Let's get to that 3,000 mark. But anyways, y'all, we're back with another reaction. I ain't gonna hold you guys up too long. Enough with the chit chat. Let's go and get into the reaction.
Canal in Arizona already existed, and then they just decided to change it a little bit. They decided to make it go a different direction and reverse it, which is interesting because they also reversed Lake Michigan as well. Made it flow back the opposite direction, which makes you think what it does to the water. So in Arizona, they actually had a canal already, and then they rebuilt another one and attached it to that canal, and that whole thing was already here. And it's interesting because I cannot find photos of Arizona that go back to like the 1800s and the 1900s. It's very hard to see any photos, but there's old world buildings in downtown Phoenix. The Chamber of Commerce is an old world building. The City Hall is an old world building. So all the same old world buildings that were in all the cities across the United States also exist in Phoenix. If you want to go through something, go on to Google or go on to archive.org or whatever website you want to go on to and look up the original pictures of your town. And you'll see a lot of buildings that used to be there that have somehow vanished as well too.
You don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice. People don't feel like going to the stadium when they might get infected. You know, it's not the government who's saying, okay, just ignore this disease. And, you know, people are deeply affected by seeing these deaths, by knowing they could be part of the transmission chain. And, you know, old people, their parents, their grandparents could be affected by this. And so you don't get to say, ignore what's going on here. There will be the ability, particularly in rich countries, to open up if things are done well over the next few months. But for the world at large, normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population. And so, but you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice.
Now, why is Bill Gates talking about vaccines when he was the creator of Microsoft, right? He didn't come from a science background. See what money gets you? Being powerful and wealthy with money, you bypass all those guidelines, HIPAA, whatever, right? You got money, you can create vaccines. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can make rocket. You can put a Tesla in space, right? If you got money, right? And nobody can say anything about it. But it's crazy how the pandemic, right, in 2020 was a lab leak. They came out and said it. It leaked from a lab. Remember in the beginning they said, what did it come from, a bat? It came from a lab, right? It came from a lab, leaked, and now all these people are getting wealthy from the country, the world being shut down for what, a year, 2 years? Now everyone's getting wealthy. So it's starting to look like it was all part of the agenda, right? To get people rich and wealthy and get us in debt.
Jaws ride at Universal Studios was an iconic attraction, captivating visitors with its thrilling encounter with the infamous great white shark. However, after decades of operation, the decision to close the ride came primarily due to technical and maintenance challenges. The ride relied heavily on water-based effects to create the immersive experience, but as the infrastructure aged, keeping the water elements operational became increasingly difficult and costly. Additionally, safety concerns arose as the mechanical components aged, posing potential risks to both guests and staff. Despite attempts to refurbish and update the ride, the constant upkeep became unsustainable. Thus, in 2012, the Jaws ride ceased operations, marking the end of an era at Universal Studios. Despite its closure, the legacy of the Jaws ride lives on in the memories of those who experienced its thrilling adventures, reminding us of the magic and excitement it brought to millions of visitors over the years.
I never got to ride
Here's
it.
what the ride looked like from above after it was fully drained and getting ready to be demolished.
your hunger. And most of the time when you're hungry, you're not really hungry. That is your body getting rid of cytotoxins. And through that cytotoxin cleansing process, you will hear your stomach growl and things like that. You have been lied to and been trained to think that your stomach growling is you hungry, or your stomach is giving up gases and empty space for you to eat again. And that is not the case at all. We have done major studies on this. When your stomach is doing that, it is breaking down the food and getting rid of the cytotoxins that the food that you just ate brought in. That's not a hunger pain. That's not a hunger sound. That is literally a digestive food decomposition sound for you to get ready to go eliminate. We have to change and redefine what they done taught us, y'all. It's all lies. All lies.
Probably is getting rid of what he said, cytotoxins, but when I get hungry, it's an addiction, right? Because at the end of the day, you're not hungry. Our bodies are built to last, 30 plus days without food, right? We don't need to eat every 2 hours when we get hungry, like, oh, I need to eat. It's just an addiction, right? It's like a drug calling you, like, at the end of the day. And that's something I'm trying to get better at, is like what I eat, cutting it in half. Because at the end of the day, we don't need to eat 2,000 calories a day, right? We can probably feel very comfortable off half of that, 1,000 calories, even half of that, 500 calories a day. I remember when I did my 36-hour fast, all of you guys that watched that video I did, I never felt better, with a clear mind, peaceful mind, no worries, chill. I've never felt like that. So it's funny that when you don't eat, you feel great. And when you eat, you usually feel sluggish and slow and behind. Check this out.
We're almost there.
This is Gavin Newsom. Release this.
Trump Republicans want to criminalize young Alabama women who travel for reproductive care.
Miss, I'm going to need you to step out of the vehicle, take a pregnancy test.
Stop them by taking action at righttotravel.org. Campaign for Democracy Group is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The propaganda, the fear they put in people. And some people eat this up, and that'll make them vote when that ain't gonna happen, right? At least I don't think it's gonna happen. But it's crazy that what these people in power, the level of snakeness they go to.
Could have been a carrot in that dress, but I guess you brought pumpkins back in season tonight. Good thing there's no fairy godmother around. You'd be carting Cinderella off to the ball. Oh, what's this? Elijah taking the stage. Wow. Elijah Lewis just slapped the heck out of me.
Don't you ever talk about my wife that way.
Relax, my friend. It was just a joke. I'm a comedian, Elijah. You know how it is. No disrespect, Angela. You're gorgeous.
I said keep my wife's name out your mouth.
The whole world talked about that, right? The whole world talked about that. That's the media. I said it in my last video. That's how strong they are. Everybody. We were putting it on our TikToks. We were putting it on celebrities. Every podcast talked about it. Every news station talked about that. And guess what? That's what they wanted. Because nobody's watching the Oscars no more. So they reenacted it. Everyone thought it was legit. The whole world ate it up, gave it all the energy. Media still got a lot of power, y'all. Cable TV is dying, but that media is very powerful. It had all of us TikTokers reacting to it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just saying.
I got a question.
I'm here to wake y'all up to end this division. Some reactors are feeding into that division, feeding into the game that the people, powers that be, play. Not me over here, y'all.
What the hell is
I
she
see
showing
it.
Stevie Wonder?
Just like Stevie Wonder sees this.
What exactly is she showing Stevie? I thought all this time Stevie Wonder was blind. There's a lie some damn where. There got to be, there's a lot some damn where. Cause and he looking at the phone. That's the thing about it. You can say what you want to say, but Steven Esteban is looking at the phone.
Shut the fuck up, Stevie. You want to impress me? Grab the wheel.
So now I'm supposed to just
if
think
you know,
I'm
you
great.
know. Leave me down below if you know where that's from. You want to impress me? Grab the wheel.
Joe blind ass looking at the phone. So either he not blind, or none of us can see. So I've been duped. I don't know what app does she have open right now to where she like, Stevie, I need you to see this. What's going on? Don't come for me. Don't cancel me. You can be mad at what I'm saying. You can kiss my ass. You see what's going on.
You can kiss my ass.
We see it. I think we see what's going on. But the person who also see what's going on ain't supposed to see a damn thing. So now you tell me what's happening.
But look at Pelosi. She's never made more than $179,000 in a year.
What does she make behind closed doors? What kind of deals does
She's
she
worth
make?
$120 million.
What?
She's worth an 8-ball. So she's worth an eighth of $1 billion, and she's never made more than $179,000 in a year. If you do the math on that, most people just don't do the math. She would have had to been in the Senate 3,367 years.
When you have money like that and you're a politician, you're bored.
It's impossible. If you made $179,000 a year, you'll never be a millionaire, much less worth $120 million.
What they figured out with almond milk was we can take leftover parts of almonds and the ones that are broken and unsightly, and we can use those to make milk. And it's just a few almonds and some canola oil and some high fructose corn syrup, some flavorings, and we blend it up and we sell it for like $8 as a health food product. It's not a health food product. So almond milk is high in phytic acid that sucks minerals out of your bones. You have to take more minerals. And it's also high in oxalates, which are the things that are causing kidney stones, and things that are causing gout and joint pain when you wake up. Even if you have really bad skin and you're eating a ton of these high oxalate foods like almond milk and kale smoothies and all, this can be why, because it's making tiny razor sharp calcium oxalate crystals in your skin that are coming out. So I don't recommend almond milk. So then we say, well, oat milk. Okay, that is the biggest scam on the planet right now. It raises your blood sugar as much as drinking a Coke.
Speaking of budgets, how does money work in a situation like this?
Yeah, what
like,
you mean?
do y'all get equal pay? Because there was a rumor that you was making like $10 million more than Martin.
Hell no.
Jeez. 11. It was 11. I'm sorry.
Boy, we've been talking for 4 minutes. You don't go to that shit.
That's some scandalous, right? Like, maybe if it was just Will Smith there, but why you put Martin in that awkward predicament, right? Martin's the homie. Martin stuck to his guns, and you just threw Martin under the bus, right? Made him look like a damn fool.
Water to go get them food on the
Shout
first
out to
day.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit. But y'all sitting here, y'all trying to interview people during their worst times. Like, that's not the smartest thing to do. Like, people are really breaking down, and y'all sitting here with cameras and microphones trying to ask us what the fuck is wrong with us.
I'm so
and
sorry,
you really
man.
trying to understand it with the microphone still in my face, with me shivering cold, with my kids wet, and you still putting the microphone in my face.
Sorry.
Russell Flores, it sounds like you've got a very upset family there. We're going to take a break from that, and we'll get back to you later on. Russ Flores in Houston for us. Thank you.
There is no death. Death is comparable to sleeping, where life is being away. It's once you recognize those things, you see the eternal breathing in and breathing out of you and all things, each element breathing in and a positive thing. Like they say, there's a thing called negative charge. Electrons are this negative charge and protons are this positive charge. You crack heads, everything has a dual as a corpuscle. Everything has both a positive and negative discharge. You cannot be negatively charged. Oxymoron itself. It's discharge. It's electricity. When it's lost its ability who seek that higher pressure condition, and centrifugal force overtakes it. Magnetism springs it out away from it.
A lot of companies are laying off, man.
This is going to be big, bro. You're seeing the layoffs.
Yeah.
But they don't report them. Well, they say we added 330,000 jobs this last month, but you'll see Bank of America, 20,000 job cuts, Facebook, 7,000 job cuts. Like that, they're happening. And we have a commercial real estate risk right now that we probably never had this size before.
What's the risk?
Too much debt on assets, and the debt's expiring. When that debt comes due, if they cannot buy the debt down, they'll have to sell or trade it. And that's where people make great acquisitions at lower prices.
Let's go to Hawaii.
Do you think there's anything weird about about Maui burning down? Or do you think it's just all coincidence, all this fucking...
I don't think anybody is ready for what I'm about to say.
Let's hear it.
The reason why they are not letting people talk about Maui is because the Chinese used a direct energy weapon to burn Maui. The Chinese were doing blue roofs way before we did. And the reason why they were doing blue roofs way before we did is because we used a direct energy weapon in China to start fires. They copied this piece of tech, and this is a response to what we are doing in China as far as all the weather shit.
Yeah, China's been saying we're causing all their floods and shit.
Yeah. So this is a response by China. Maui was a test bed for a weapon system that they have recently created, and it's them telling us that they can do it too.
How did they know that Mars was the red planet, and why was it a worldwide fact?
Right.
Planetarily, that Saturn had rings, based upon what information? Because nobody worldwide is disagreeing. Nobody's like, oh, I thought of this, or it came to me in a dream. Nobody's saying that anywhere in anybody's civilization. Everybody's civilization says this information came from the people that came from there.
Yeah.
There are no coincidences.
Well, they know that Mars used to have an atmosphere. Mars used to have an atmosphere, used to have water. Something happened to its environment.
If that's correct, then there's a guy right now saying he's getting ready to put people up there.
Yep. Exactly. Restart it all over again.
50 years ago, there was no water in our whole universe. Let them tell it. Now there's been water almost everywhere.
Which company do you think has done more for the environment in America? Philip Morris or Tesla?
Probably Tesla.
Okay.
Is what I'll say.
Tesla has a much lower ESG score than Philip Morris.
Well, we should explain what that is.
ESG, they score your company on environmental social governance. So how much are you helping out with the environment, social, like how many women do you have on your board? How many gays do you have on your board? How many colored people, all this stuff. Philip Morris has A+ rating. What a great environmental company, Philip Morris. Great job. No. It's because Elon Musk thinks the S in ESG stands for satanic. You know, right now, if you wanted to go be nominated for an Oscar, what percentage of your employees need to be part of a LGBTQ community, Native Americans, disability, Black. If you don't, you cannot be nominated, which means almost every single movie in the history of Oscars that won an Oscar would have never won with today's guidelines.
So you're telling me you believe the Megalodon is not extinct and actually still out there?
Brother, I don't just believe. I know. 11 years ago, I was a part of a classified NASA operation called Project Deep Dive. We were researching deep-sea marine biology. And when I say deep sea, I mean really deep. Like most of our research expeditions, we're over 30,000 feet under the ocean's surface. When you're that deep in the ocean, you start to realize how little we know about this abyss we call the ocean. We might as well have been in deep space. That's what it feels like when you're down.
That's what it is.
Like we were discovering new species every day. So one day we were on a routine field expedition when I see something strange on my radar. It was picking up a reading of a contact that was over 200 feet long and was moving at like 2 miles per hour. I'm thinking to myself, like, this must be a glitch. I radio the other submarine. We always did research in pairs, so he was close by. I asked him, like, hey, are you seeing this? Without asking me to clarify, he just says, yeah, I'm seeing it. At this point, I don't know what to think. Like the biggest sea creature we have ever discovered, the Antarctic blue whale, which is also the biggest animal on the planet, or so we thought, is 98 feet long.
Damn, double that.
And this reading was over double that.
All right, CaveFam, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope everyone has a good, safe, great weekend. I'm gonna see you guys on Sunday. Throughout the little trip I'm on, I'll probably be doing some posts, some pictures on the community, you know, for you guys to check out. Maybe a couple shorts here and there if I decide to, but you know, I'll send you guys some pictures, let you guys know what's going on out there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. We're doing 4 uploads a week for now. This is your boy Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Later.